This is massive, massive news for the Phoenix Suns. The team is actually pursuing LeBron James. I didn't stutter. I said it right. The Suns are trying to get LeBron James on the team for this upcoming season. It's mind-blowing to think that this could actually become a reality, seeing LeBron James in the Suns uniform. How is that going to happen? What steps do the Suns need to take to actually make this a reality for Suns fans and create a massive super team? We are going to break it all down for you right here on Suns Digest. My name is Pierre, and first of all, we want to thank all you guys who have been watching our videos, but there's about 91.8% of you guys who are watching that haven't subscribed. We want you to keep watching. That's definitely going to help us out, but if you really want to make sure you're keeping up to date with the latest news, transactions, trade ideas, rumors, anything that's going on with the Phoenix Suns this crazy offseason, hit that subscribe button, and then you can keep up with all of the stuff that we're going to have cooking for you as we move forward into the summer. So guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, because this is going to be a good one. The Phoenix Suns are pursuing LeBron James. The former MVP, LeBron James, the second greatest player of all time, LeBron James. That's right, the Phoenix Suns are going to try and join him up with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal to create one of the most wild and crazy super teams that we've ever seen in the history of basketball. I think the closest thing might be when the Lakers had Kobe and Powell, and they brought in Steve Nash and Dwight Howard. But that was, Nash was near the end of his prime, and Dwight Howard, was kind of also on the downside as well. They were older. Now the players, Kevin Durant, LeBron, obviously they're older, but they're still, at top 10 level players. That's probably the closest comparison of a super team that I can think of in recent times. The report coming from Evan Siddery from Forbes, he says that the Suns are hoping to pursue LeBron James this offseason, which is why Bronny James, LeBron's son, is a very serious draft option at the Suns' number 22 overall pick in this upcoming NBA draft to possibly lure LeBron in. Now, Phoenix appears to believe they can convince LeBron to join forces with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal to create a historic super team. Now, LeBron will be sacrificing almost $50 million next season if he were to legitimately consider joining the Suns on a veteran's minimum contract. Now, that is kind of where everything needs to begin. We need to kind of, take it step by step. First of all, the Suns thinking about bringing in Bronny James, LeBron James' son. He was a freshman at USC last year. Didn't play very much. He had the health issue, had cardiac arrest before the season started, missed the beginning of the season, but then he eventually did come back, and he did play, sparing minutes, didn't average that many points, about 5 points per game, and, people didn't think he showed himself to be the star that maybe he was projected to when he was in high school. Now, he did go to the NBA draft combine. He impressed some scouts there, and his draft stock is steadily on the rise. So that kind of leads us into this next thing about, Bronny to the Suns, and could they legitimately be considering drafting him at the number 22 overall pick? Now, Bronny is projected to be a late second, possibly undrafted player, but because of the potential of also bringing in his dad to your team, especially when LeBron has, been on the record talking about how he wants to play on the same team as his son, that is basically making teams consider the possibility that they may have to just overdraft Bronny because of the chance they could get his dad on the team as well. Particularly for the Phoenix Suns case, he's going to be here and work out with the Suns. This report coming from Shams, we talked about this in a previous video. The Phoenix Suns will conduct a workout with Bronny James ahead of the June NBA draft. Sources say Phoenix has the number 22 overall pick, and he is among several players in consideration. Now, Bronny has over 10 workout invites, but is expected to only visit a few teams, including the Los Angeles Lakers, his dad's current team, and the Phoenix Suns. And that's kind of where all of this stuff kind of started to blow up. Could LeBron actually come to Phoenix? A bunch of different outlets are reporting it about the possibility of it. And now that's even affecting betting. That's affecting betting sites. FanDuel Sportsbook releasing odds on which team will Bronny James be drafted by in the 2024 NBA draft. Now, the conventional thought is the Los Angeles Lakers are going to draft Bronny so they can keep his dad on the team. That seems to make sense. The Utah Jazz now in a rebuilding situation. They've also got some cap space. They could draft Bronny, bring in LeBron. But that leads us to the Phoenix Suns, skyrocketing all the way to the to the third best odds to land Bronny James in the NBA draft. Of course, there's the Cleveland Cavaliers right after that, and they have the history with LeBron, obviously, and then the Philadelphia 76ers coming off of that. Now, that could be a team that LeBron also might consider because they will have cap space in the upcoming offseason. So cap space is going to be the big thing that kind of shifts the pendulum, if you will, on whether or not LeBron James actually stays in LA or joins another team. So how could this work? How could the Phoenix Suns actually land LeBron James? First, we got to remember the Phoenix Suns, again, are a second apron team, which means they have a lot of limitation in terms of what they're able to do and the flexibility they have in terms of acquiring talent. So the first thought in your head might be sign and trade, figure out some kind of sign and trade. LeBron, is able to make his money, and, we can lose an asset and get LeBron. Unfortunately for the Phoenix Suns, they can't do that. Sign and trades, are a restricted thing for second apron teams if that sign and trade is going to land you a player that's going to keep you in that same apron. Now, that's a first apron rule, but again, the Suns are a second apron team, so they also have to abide by the first apron rules. So they can't just, for example, take Jusuf Nurkic and his $18 million that's going to be against the cap, have LeBron James opt out of his player option with the Lakers, sign a deal for maybe 1 year, $18 million, exactly what Nurkic's is, and then do a sign and trade. Suns can't do that. That's not on the list of options for them in terms of how they can acquire LeBron James. So it would have to be LeBron on a veteran minimum contract signing as a free agent. You're allowed to sign players on that veteran minimum, but the reason why it's so far-fetched is because in the Cittery report, LeBron will be given up on close to $50 million if he were to do that, and that doesn't seem like something that he's even considering. If we take a look at his most recent salaries over the course of his career, when he was with when he got to the Lakers, making around 40 and over $40 million. When he was in the Cleveland Cavaliers around that second go-around, $30 million. We then look at when his time with the Miami Heat, 14, 16, 17, $19 million. Even back to his, when he first signed his second contract in the NBA, 15, 14, $13 million. You have to go all the way back to his rookie contract, his rookie scale contract, when he was making around that veteran minimum money. That's about 20 years ago. Now, again, this is LeBron James we're talking about. He's a self-made man. He's a near billionaire. He's got businesses, endorsement deals, sponsorships. It's crazy to say this, but $50 million may not be something that he is missing out on at this moment in time, so which makes people think, is the prospect of potentially playing with his son on a winning team, no less, is that worth it to him to skip out on a year of making $50 million, take a veteran minimum salary, which is still around $5 million, it's still good money for LeBron, and play with his son on a contending team? Now, I don't know. I'm not LeBron, but you have to really think, if you can just imagine what that could potentially look like if you have LeBron. There it is right there. Okay, it's happening right now. I didn't make this. This guy, it's coming from the guys with Fadeaway World. And there it is. LeBron, Bronny, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, the super team to beat all super teams here in Phoenix. It is a wild thought. It's crazy to even imagine. Think about, is it possible? Technically, yes, it is possible. And it looks like things are spinning and heading in a direction that could possibly land not just Bronny James with the Phoenix Suns, but also LeBron James, arguably the second greatest player of all time in NBA history. It is going to be a wild, wild offseason. Trying to follow all of the rumors and all of the different whispers that are going on with NBA and whether or not this could become a reality. It's going to be a fun ride to try and figure it out here with Suns Digest. That's all I've got for you guys. I think it would be a great thing. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you want to see LeBron in Phoenix? Do you think the Suns should use their first round draft pick and draft Bronny James? Let us know in the comments below. We're going to be keeping up with all of the latest for you guys as we continue to move forward for the Suns off season. Again, my name is CJ Pierre. This has been Suns Digest. We'll catch you guys next time, and go Phoenix Suns.